Have you ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? I was in 8th grade. My teacher, Mr. Davidson, called the FBI on my dad. My dad works as a janitor at the hospital. Has for like 15 years. He never went to college or anything, but he's always been into math puzzles. Like those puzzle books you see at grocery stores. He buys them at garage sales, and we've been doing them together since I was little. It's just something we do after dinner. Mr. Davidson was this guy who'd been teaching for maybe 20 years. Nice enough, but he had this thing where he thought everything was suspicious. Like, if you forgot your homework, he'd assume you were lying. If you did too well on a test, you must be cheating. That kind of person. So anyway, he gives us this geometry test that's supposed to be really hard. Most kids take the full hour. I finish in 12 minutes with a perfect score. Mr. Davidson looks at my paper and goes, "How did you solve number 7 so fast?" I tell him my dad showed me a shortcut. He wants to know what kind of shortcut. I explain the method and he's writing it all down, like he's taking notes for something important. Next day, he hands me this calculus problem. Says it's college level. Wants to see what I'll do with it. I solve it in maybe 3 minutes using something my dad taught me. Mr. Davidson's face goes completely white. He starts asking me weird questions. What does my dad really do for work? Has he ever traveled to other countries? Does he speak any foreign languages? I'm like, he's a janitor. He went to Mexico once on vacation, and he knows some Spanish from working at the hospital. Mr. Davidson is writing all this down. This goes on for a few weeks. He keeps giving me harder problems, and I keep solving them. Then he starts testing me with problems he's clearly looking up online. Stuff about code breaking and encryption. I'm solving those too because my dad showed me pattern recognition techniques from his puzzle books. Mr. Davidson starts staying after class to watch me work. He's timing me with a stopwatch, taking photos of my work with his phone. He even asks me to solve problems on the whiteboard so he can record me doing it. One day, he brings in this thick math textbook from the library. Graduate level stuff. He opens to a random page and points to the hardest problem he can find. I solve it in under 5 minutes. His hands are actually shaking as he grades it. The next morning, he pulls me aside and asks if anyone else in my family is good at math. I tell him it's just me and my dad. He wants to know if my dad ever brings work home. I'm like, he's a janitor. What work would he bring home? Mops. Then he starts asking about our neighbors. Do any of them speak foreign languages? Do strangers ever come to our house? I'm getting weirded out, but I answer his questions. He gives me this problem about cryptography. Something about breaking military codes. I solve it using a substitution method my dad taught me from a puzzle book. Mr. Davidson stares at my solution for like 10 minutes without saying anything. Finally, he gives me this trigonometry problem, and I solve it using a technique that wasn't in our textbook. That's when he completely lost it. He calls the principal, calls my parents, but he also calls the FBI. Like, actually calls them. I'm sitting in the principal's office thinking I'm in trouble for cheating or something, and my dad shows up in his work uniform looking confused. Then, these 2 FBI agents in suits walk in. Mr. Davidson starts explaining how I've been demonstrating impossible mathematical abilities, and he thinks my dad is a foreign operative training me for cyber warfare. The FBI agents look at my dad, this tired guy with cleaning supplies on his shirt, and then, at my math work, one of the agents asks my dad where he learned this stuff. My dad pulls out